Hi YouTube, this is Ryan208. Just wanted to go over the poles, the gear, and also some of the lures that I have just got as an update to what I'm using from my previous video. That very long, 28-minute one. Alright, just wanted to say that I have a few poles that are on the way. One of them is a marmish rod. The other one, I have another one of it. And then I got one that's a little fancy. I've also got some lures on the way, some Northland puppet minnows, and also got some marmish jigs. Also wanted to say that recently came into contact with a guy who's wanting me to take him out fishing. Underage, but good friend of me, friend of the family. Just wanted to say that he might be in the video, might not. Not this video, but other ones. Do want to also say that planning on doing some in the ice hut videos. Pretty much just me fishing inside my one-person ice hut. I am trying to get a two-person ice hut. That way me and him can fish in there, or somebody else. So, on further note, let's start the video off with the new poles and modifications. Okay, got us a little jigging pole with the rest on it. Little tiny bobber. We'll be using this one for still fishing. Just like setting it down, kind of like a tip up, only occasionally coming over and jigging it. We'll be showing you what it looks like when I'm in the water. We're using little pieces of fake worm to represent the maggots. Got your little sinker. Bobber's just going to sit there, occasionally jig it. That way it's easier to get a bite if it's jigging. Just going to set that down for now. Modified this pole. Used to have that reel on it. It's got a quick release on it. Also have a marmuska jig on it, fire tiger style, using another one of those little things to represent a maggot. Pretty much this is how I'd be fishing it. This is 2-pound test on this. That one is 4. Got myself a pole holder. Didn't have that in the last video. Okay, let's see. My big old pole that I've got 6-pound test on, I've modified it a little bit. Just going to set this down for a second. Okay. Yet again, using some of that worm for replica of a maggot, so you know what it would possibly look like. Got myself a little spring on it, using from a pen. That's just like some of the examples right there when they're not straightened out. Got that little red on there so I can see it, since this pole is very stout. Okay, let's see. Okay, in the last video I did, this pole did not have any line on it. I've got 4-pound on it. Using a little mud bug. We'll be doing that little test just like the other ones. Getting it on the bottom occasionally. No other modifications other than putting a line on and the jig. Let's see. Here's one of the other new poles that we have. Using a very small jig, standard penny. If I can get it, compared to it, pretty small. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the water. It's supposed to look like those little zooplankton in the water. This pole is very sensitive and light action. 4-pound test. Again, tend to stay in the range between 2 to 6. I do have one pole that does have 10 on it in this stack down here. I did modify this pole a little bit. All I've done is added one of these. Very sensitive, very sturdy strike indicator. Did also do some modifications to that one homemade tip up. Took that wad of tape off. You can see the remnants on both ends. Still got the used BBs in there for weight bearing. Put on braided line instead of regular fishing line. Added a treble. These things are just to keep it from kind of moving around. I did also forget to add, I did add some new bobbers. Compared to a penny, most likely we'll be using this one, which is just like on that little jigging pole. Using that for small lures, just like regular still fishing. These ones I might use for bigger jigs. Also have some dropper rigs, using different types of things. Castmasters, little jigs. Here's the ends of them right over here. Did get myself a new video, so I can actually get some better tips. Yes, I still need tips even though I am how old I am. Also, forgot to put this in the last video. Gulp maggots. Green ones, white ones, any other color. Work really well. We'll be adding minnows this year. Okay, going on to some other stuff. Got myself a little ice spud. Right now it's got its cover on so I don't cut a hole in the floor. We'll be adding some rope on here so I can have a better grip on it. We'll be doing the same thing to my auger. Does not come apart at all. Size 8 auger blade. Using for pike. Of course I'll use the same hole for the perch and everything. Got myself an underwater camera in case I see a pike. I can switch out to my bigger reels and everything. Did have a little incident with it. Cousin of mine was using it. Snapped the weight in the bottom, so I had to kind of modify it. It'll be sitting just like this in the water. Got my little scoop. Here's the poles. We'll be going over the lures here in a sec. Here's my ice shelter, the one-person one. Right now the rods are laying on it. Alright. Oh, and this pole I switched the little Northland spider ant with a little droplet jig. I'll be showing those in a bit. Okay. Got ourselves some moon jigs and willow jigs here. Got our Northland mud bugs, Northland bro bugs right here. The marmuscas, 3 different sizes. Had 2 of these. One of them was unable to get the hook, the eyelet undone, so had to kind of destroy it. That is one problem with these. When you buy them, you have to find the eyelet as best as possible. They are never the same color. They're always different. Penny for comparison of most of these jigs. We got ourselves some of the little dropper rig, little drops. two kind of things. Here's our spider ant lures. The other thing also, got myself a depth sounder. This little guy right here. Do also want to add ice fisherman. Really should need at least 2 pairs of fishing utensils. One for pike, one for bluegill. This one has a slight bend just so I can get down there a little better. Of course with that one you want something so it's not going to break. Last but not least, before I forget, my little fishing buddy down here, being lazy again. We're going to show you what it looks like outside right now. No snow. Not a single bit of snow out there. So ice fishing is going to be a ways off. Hopefully there is some ice on the lakes. Don't have very many hopes. Hopefully there's some other places that I can go up north maybe. Right now I know over in Avondale they just recently had an incident where some idiots were going onto the thin ice and they did fall through. Anyways, this is Rain208 signing out. Hope you enjoy the video. Hopefully it's not as long as the other one. Have a nice day and please comment. Oh, and side note, to the person who commented on my video, thank you very much. Really glad you commented. First person to ever comment on any of my videos. I would like other people to comment, tell me what they want to see, stuff like that. Would really help me out. Hope you guys like it. Have a nice day.